Are you feeling overwhelmed, like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest? Anxiety doesn't knock politely, it barges into your life, leaving chaos in its wake. It has a way of creeping into every corner of life, leaving behind destruction we don't always see until it's too late. It can destroy families, friendships, and even sense of self. My name is Paul, and today, we're going to talk about the many faces of anxiety, how it ruins lives, and the promise of hope that can be found through Jesus Christ to defeat and conquer these daily battles of this world. We should also recognize that anxiety comes in many forms. It's not just a single feeling, it's a wave of emotions and fears that can show up in different ways. For some, it's the panic of speaking in public, the fear of being judged or making a mistake, even the fear of being ridiculed or mocked on social media platforms among teenagers and even adults. For others, it's the stress of trying to make ends meet, while the cost of housing, medical care, food, and utilities seems to rise endlessly. Anxiety often seeps into relationships, creating tension and misunderstandings that can lead to broken families and long-standing friendships. For military service members and first responders, anxiety takes on a more extreme form. Imagine enduring the trauma of an explosion while on active duty, where every loud noise afterward feels like a threat. I myself suffer from anxiety due to my military experience, from the constant fight or flight situations that I was thrust into during my time in service. Picture a paramedic responding to a violent car crash or entering the home of a dying victim in an accidental situation where the sights and sounds haunt them for years. Or police officers that witness the dark side of humanity, often dealing with horrific situations like domestic violence or child abuse. These experiences don't just end when their shift is over. They linger, building walls of fear and emotional isolation. Over time, the constant battle with anxiety often leads to depression. The weight of everything can feel unbearable. Some describe it as a heavy fog that never lifts, a darkness that steals joy and hope from everything. Others, like myself, are in constant struggles with panic attacks that seem to be over things so small and harmless that only after the attack do I realize the damage that's done. It's easy to feel like there's no way out, that life will always feel this overwhelming. But there is a way forward, a way to heal. Medically, of course, there are prescriptions and therapies from professional doctors and nurses that offer different ways to help and control these situations. However, the Bible reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. In Matthew 11:28-30, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Jesus invites us to lay our burdens at his feet, to surrender the weight of our anxiety and depression to him. Psalm 34:17-18 offers more reassurance. "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Even in the darkest moments, God is near. He sees your pain and he cares deeply for you. Healing doesn't mean the journey will be easy or quick, but through Christ there is hope. Philippians 4:6-7 encourages us to do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Take that first step. Pray, open your heart, and trust that Jesus will walk with you through this season of life. Seek support from others as well, whether it's a trusted friend, a counselor, or your church community. Remember, you don't have to face anxiety and depression alone. I am not a professional counselor or doctor. I'm merely a pointer to Christ, who holds the pathway to our salvation. As someone who also struggles with anxiety, I can speak for myself in saying that Jesus Christ has given me a new light, a new beginning to walk on the narrow path, a reason for hope and truth that our God is a loving God who gave his only Son for all of us to whom do not deserve it. How awesome is that? We are indeed precious to him, and we were not created to have anxiety or depression and fear within our souls. These are, however, things that come to us in the flesh within a world to which has a dark prince ruling over it. There are dark forces and demonic spirits within the different realms that help influence bad things to happen, and they take their orders from this adversary. However, not everything is influenced by this evil, but rather some things are just fragmented in a broken world. Therefore, stand firm, reach out to Christ and surrender to Him. As it is said, enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only few find it. Matthew 7:13 NIV. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to reflect and pray. And if you found comfort in this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Leave a comment below to share your story, or let us know how we can pray for you. Together, we can walk this journey of faith and healing. Thank you for watching, and if you share a comment below, I will respond. God bless my friends, and see you again soon.